a bit close down here now. Right, good afternoon, evening. And what we're doing here is on the F-4E, we're just doing a little bit of weathering, so I just thought I'd just show you. It's not very easy to do. I've had to paint this thing without putting it on camera, which is, when I tried to do it, it was just looking bloody awful. So just to show you how to do it, this is with a paintbrush. I've got a really fine brush here, and basically I've mixed up some paint mix, and yeah, and so that's all I'm doing, just going along, no pattern to it. It's just wherever you want or feel fit that, you know, you want to put the weathering, the chipping or the scratching, whatever. There we go, like that. Sometimes you might have a bit in the middle where they've been marking around. So this is doing it with a fine brush rather than with sponges and anything. And you just need to just not have too much paint. So I'm just using this lid, little tiny dab in the corner, dot off on there, and away you go. It's a bit difficult to see with this bloody phone in the way, I must admit, and not only that, my eyes are going cross-eyed as well because I've been sat here for the last 10-15 minutes doing a bit of it. Find it quite therapeutic in doing things like this. There's been a few of my so there. I mean, there's a that'll be covered over anyway because there's a walkway, a grey walkway that goes there. But the rest of it should be what it is. So there's no real secret to this. It's just what it is, little thin brush. And if you're leaning on something, like I'm leaning on my desk here, it's the actual nerves that's making your fingers do this. You can, you know, I don't rely on it all the time, putting pressure on my arm to make me hand go, is over exaggerating, but to vibrate like that. But this is just one way of doing it. For a minute I thought I had an electric shaver going, but it's not. It's electric bloody toothbrush. And then around the edge of that rise there, it's another place they used to have lots of scuffing and scratching. And then a bit on the wing here. And there we are. There you go. Now, I must admit, let's just hide this up a bit. Oops, there we go. Right, just level her out. Straighten her up. And put the light under there to help that stop that jogging around. That's it. So what it is, oh, I've knocked it now. So what it is, I've got the F-4E painted in its true colours. I had to put some highlights on it. So as you can see, it's like, God, I've still got that frog. He won't bugger off. Keep sound like a right silly old twat. So anyway, I'm still trying to work out how to cut the video down on number 4. So this will be part 5. So the thing's fully painted now, underneath as well as on top. I've used oil stain on here, so you just dab it on, and then you can actually streak this. I mean, the terps is drying off of it now, but yeah, you can actually streak it like that, and then with the other one you can gradually blend it in or wipe it off, and it will leave the stain in as is. Phantoms are always filthy on the arse end. So you got that there, so that was just the staining and such. Then I went and did some chipping on the underside. The air brakes will open. The wheelbase are just been painted as is with white, and then using a little bit of tan in the white to cream it up just to make it look a bit dirty and using. And I've just run a quick wash around them. The front one is extremely white. There weren't a lot of. This is where the brakes were. The brakes weren't on the front leg, otherwise it would snap the thing straight off. So the front one was always a little bit more cleaner than the rears. Then if I go a bit closer, you can see the extent of the weathering to the front end and what have you, and round the other side as well. So let's zoom out a bit, and then like I say, and then over the top I started doing this side. This side I haven't really started on, so I'll do a bit more on that, but that's this side, little dots around. There are transfers to go on it. The tail fin pretty much unmarked, same as the tail fins there. Around the engines around here, you might have a little bit, but not very much. It was mainly the wings that used to get it, and obviously the nose because it's heading into the wind first. So that's how I did that weathering. I've used nothing untoward on it, just this paintbrush. And if you want to know what this is, there you go. That's the paintbrush I'm using. And it's quite a thin one, and you can just pick and scratch around. It's got a bit dry now, but you can pick and scratch around with it. So that's how I'm doing a little bit of that weathering. That's how I've got that. This was a pretty clean bird in its day, so there's only really this. There's not really, tons of weathering on it like some of the old Navy Phantoms that were just really battered. So there we are. That's kind of like part 5. I know it's really short, but there had to be a short one somewhere. Anyway, have a nice evening, and we'll see you in the next one.